So 2023 is officially over, and it was a really great year for movies. There are tons of great movies that I got to see, and so many of them that I enjoyed. And before I get started on listing my favorite movies, make sure you give me a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're into movie reviews and movie trivia, this is a place to be. I'm going to be posting all sorts of content this year, and I don't want you to miss out on any of it. So before I name my top 5 movies, I'm going to name all of my honorable mentions. There were so many great movies I got to see, but not all of them made the top 5 list. So I definitely want to give those movies the recognition they deserve. My honorable mentions are Scream 6, Killers of the Flower Moon, Creed 3, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Creator, and Extraction 2. Now on to my top 5 movies of 2023. Coming in at number 5 was Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Mainly the biggest reason I really enjoyed this movie was the non-stop action. Once again, Tom Cruise delivers on just crazy, out of this world stunts that nobody should ever attempt to do at his age. But also it's a really cool storyline. I actually like the fact that they made the villain in this movie technology, AI to be specific, which makes it more relevant to today as AI is starting to take off. It only makes sense that the final villain that Tom Cruise has to go against is artificial intelligence. It was just a really great action movie. Mission Impossible has been going on for so many years, and I just never get tired of the action that Tom Cruise brings to the screen. Coming in at number 4 was Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was easily my most anticipated movie of 2023. A couple reasons why is Christopher Nolan is my favorite director of all time, and 2, I just knew that Cillian Murphy at the helm playing Oppenheimer, he would just knock it out of the park. The most powerful thing about this movie is really just the mentality of it all, getting into Oppenheimer's head, and the weight of responsibility and the psychological heaviness to creating a weapon of mass destruction that has never been created before. All the countless deaths that were on his hands, the morals that he had to weigh. He kind of lost a piece of his soul in the process. It really made you question Oppenheimer's morality, and definitely gave you a really interesting perspective on just what the atomic bomb meant during this time and how it created the world we live in now, how a bomb like that shaped history in so many ways, but really none of it good. And this movie has won tons of awards. The Oscars are happening very soon, and I do hope it takes home a couple Oscars because it definitely deserves it. Coming in at number 3 was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I absolutely loved Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Mainly, the thing that just makes these movies so great, and what made this movie so great, is the animation once again is on point. There's such a unique animation style. I was a little unsure about it when I first saw it because I'm not really in that kind of animation, but I'm glad I was just proven wrong. The thing that made this movie so amazing is just the emotion of it. Miles is getting to the point in his Spider-Man journey where he's gonna have to lose someone very, very close to him, just like every other Spider-Man in the multiverse has had to go through. It's his canon event. The weight of being Spider-Man and just how Miles just is portrayed on screen, just, you know, his love for Gwen but his love for his family, and he's trying to make everything work. He's trying to balance it all. He's trying to save everyone. And this movie just did a phenomenal job of just showing just how with great power comes great responsibility. It's very heavy, it's very emotional, but the writing, the character developments, the new characters, we got to see Miguel O'Hara definitely stole the spotlight in this movie. All of that made this movie such an incredible movie, and I am sure it will take home a couple Oscars because it is so good. Coming in at number 2 is Godzilla Minus One. I actually wasn't really gonna go see this movie. I'm not the biggest foreign movie fan. I have seen a couple in my time, but this movie completely caught me off guard. I went in with pretty good expectations of the movie, but this movie just blew my mind in terms of not only what was done on a less than $15 million budget, but also just the powerful messages in the movie, the power that Godzilla holds, the symbolism of Godzilla, but also the characters in the movie, just how this movie really tugs at the heartstrings and really just embraces the whole idea of humanity and honor and what Godzilla means, and finding yourself again and finding that purpose you have in life again through the character Koshi. Just the pure raw emotion you see on his face. You live through these experiences with him, and then on top of that, Godzilla comes around. So this movie just hits you on all sides with emotion, with just heartbreaking moments, and just the sheer awesomeness of Godzilla in this movie. And this movie has won an award for the best foreign film, but I'm sure it will take home many more awards to come. And the #1 movie for me this year was The Sound of Freedom. Biggest reason behind why this movie earns #1 for me is it tackles a very controversial subject that a lot of people pretend doesn't exist, or they do know it exists and they just don't want to do anything about it. It's just too much for them. It's too controversial. There's a lot of politics to do with it, but the child sex industry being brought to life in this movie was so extraordinarily well done. This movie was very taboo for a lot of big companies. Nobody in Hollywood wanted to touch this movie, so Angel Studios, which is a small Christian organization, took the helm, and on a very small budget, this movie has made so much money and has been seen by so many people, opening their eyes to the true horror and evil of what child sex slavery is like, how people operate, just the realness of it all. It's one of those movies where I probably won't see this movie again just because it just shattered my heart. It made me sad but also very angry at the same time. There are so many kids out there, millions and millions and millions of kids living this hell. Thanks to Tim Ballard, the character that this movie is based off of. He really was such a hero. Just he knew what to do, and he saved so many children, but there are so many out there who are not saved yet. And bringing this to light is exactly what the world needs to see. So those were my top 5 movies of 2023. It was just a great, fun, awesome year for me, and I'm really looking forward to 2024 because this year has got a lot of great stuff in store, and I can't wait to review it, I can't wait to watch it, and I hope you watch along with me. So once again, remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you do not miss a single thing coming in 2024. See you soon.